Hello everyone, and welcome to my Y and Our American TV Show official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Sally arrives at Society, where Abby hugs her and praises her for arriving on short notice. She's laid out a meal for her and has her favorite wine. Sally feels she's being buttered up. Abby vows she'll do whatever it takes to get her say yes. Sally squints. To what? They sit, and Abby goes on about how she's always adored Sally's style. Sally asks what this is all about. It turns out that Abby believed she found the perfect wedding dress in Paris, but it's not the one. She was hoping Sally would create one for her. Sally would be thrilled too. Abby squeals and hugs her. Sally asks about the timeline and is startled to find she needs it in 2 weeks. Audra comes at Nate's apartment and he tells her Amy Lewis just departed. It turns out that she was his father's lover and had his child. Amy's unwell and wants him to find his brother to convey the news before it's too late. Audra wonders why she's asking a virtual stranger to find Damien. Nate says he's the only family he'll have left when she dies. Nate wonders if it's truly up to him to tell this guy the truth. It will upend both of their lives. Nikki walks into the club and notices Lily sitting alone. She approaches and realizes she's still not speaking to her. She asks her to kindly hear her out. Lily already heard what she has to say. Nikki says she'll learn when she starts working with her that she never gives up. Lily assures her they will not be working together. Nikki vows there will be no more lying. Lily doesn't trust the Newmans. She argues Nikki should have told her the truth. She's as vicious as Victor when there's something she wants. Nikki apologizes, but it was a business decision. Lily alleges she used Catherine to manipulate her. Nikki claims that every word she said was true. She wants Lily at Chancellor. Lily chuckles and reminds her that Victor wants the exact opposite. Nikki asks Lily what makes her think that. Lily wonders if this is a ploy. She believes Victor told Devon his plan all along was to force her back to Winters. Nikki replies she's never heard this. Lily doesn't know what to trust. Nikki wants Lily working with her at Chancellor. She will be in command, thus she will call the shots. Lily marvels that she's so convinced that they'll get Chancellor. She cautions she's a worthy opponent and she won't have a position waiting for her. At the park, Victor tells Kyle to sit down. He wants to know how things are going in his personal life. Kyle believes he and Summer are in a good place now. Victor asks why he didn't inform him that his parents broke up. Kyle didn't understand it was relevant. Victor says it's really relevant. Kyle's all for it now that his mother showed her real colors. Victor asks if he wants to go back to Abbott now. Kyle doesn't understand what this has to do with his role at Glissade. Victor says, a lot. If he leaves, everything he has planned is at stake. He needs to know where Kyle stands right now. Victor asks if Kyle has remorse about stealing the formula from Abbott or thoughts of going back to Abbott. Kyle says his father hasn't even discussed it. Victor asks if he informs Jack he's the quiet investor behind Glissade, because he knows. Kyle claims he didn't hear anything from him, but he can think of one person who might have told his father as vengeance. If anyone ratted him out, it's Audra Charles. At Nate's apartment, he and Audra continue to marvel about Amy Lewis' request. It's hard for him to imagine that she never told his father he had a son. Audra defends the woman's decision and feels it would be wonderful to get to know Damien if he really is his half-brother. But the whole thing might be one giant fraud. Nate assures Audra that he has his guard up, but she hasn't approached him for money or anything. Audra thinks he's the perfect mark and remarks she doesn't trust anyone. Nate muses, I can attest to that. Audra thinks it's smart to be skeptical. Nate acknowledges not everything has added up. Amy refused down his offer for aid with her leukemia. Then again, he got the sensation she regretted holding the secret all these years. If she's dying, he's sure she's worried. Audra is sure this has stirred back memories of his father. Nate's just sorry to think he has a son he never knew. Audra responds, if it's true. Nate kisses her and remarks that he was just thinking that everything were falling into place for him. Why is this drama pouring into his life right now? Audra says she's there for him whatever he decides. He jokes that she sounded like a girlfriend. Abby recalls that Sally pulled through for her under a time pressure before, and her sister Victoria's dress looked wonderful. She's the only person she trusts. Sally teases that she'll have to say yes then. Abby makes a toast. She informs Sally that not long ago, she thought she was going to be her sister-in-law. She asks what happened with Adam. Sally believes things just didn't work out. Abby's remorseful and says her timing isn't great. Sally couldn't be happier that she's in love and is thrilled to create her outfit. At the club, Nikki tells Lily she doesn't have the resources to take on Chancellor after Billy fails. Lily lets her know that Jill is back in the picture. When the dust settles, she'll have her back, and so will all the staff. She's convinced she'll be back where she belongs before anyone can get their hands on Chancellor. I think it's time you move on. Nikki walks away. In the park, Kyle informs Victor that Audra has every motive to blow the lid off of his secret. Victor informs Kyle that he recognized he had such wrath against his parents to take on Glissade and make it a success. Kyle claims his drive has less to do with his parents than Victor thinks. Victor wonders if he'll consider it if Jack asks him to return. Kyle will decline. Victor thinks he has his response. Kyle asks, "To what question?" Victor says he'll find out soon enough and walks off. At Nate's house, he and Audra are making love on the couch and undressing when a persistent knocking comes at the door. They stop and Nate answers the door to Devin. Audra makes an excuse and heads out as Nate tells her he'll let her know what he chooses. Nate tells Devin that Audra was upset off at him for trying to get her a position at Winters. Devin asks what his urgent text was about. Nate suggests there could be a new member of the Winters extended family. Nikki joins Victor in his office and says she recently visited Lily, who offered her another solid reason why he should give up his vendetta against Jack. We have got to focus all of our energies on getting control of Chancellor before we lose it for good. Victor thinks Lily's bluffing. Nikki's not convinced. She confronts Victor about wanting Lily to go back to Winters. Victor says that's where she belongs. Nikki says she thinks Jill's going to reinstall her at Chancellor. Victor knows how to cope with Jill. At Society, Abby watches Sally draw and tells her she should venture out on her own again, or at least obtain a raise. She loves the clothing. Audra walks in and greets Sally before telling her the sketch is wonderful. Abby's expression falls, but she decides to let the brunette join them. Sally mentions she's designing Abby's wedding dress. Audra promises Abby she'll blow Devin away. Wanting to clear the air, Audra informs Abby she's set to marry the cousin of the man she's seeing, and it's no secret Devin isn't her biggest fan. Abby was hoping Nate would have woken up by now. She doesn't trust her any more than Devin does. She apologizes to Sally. She understands she's her friend. Audra wouldn't want Sally to lose out on a job because she's there. She moves to depart. Abby wouldn't hold it against Sally or anybody else, and invites Audra to stay. Audra hopes they can be civil. Abby will do her best. Sally shows Abby the dress and she's thrilled. At Nate's apartment, Devin has been filled in on Amy Lewis' story and they discuss whether or not it's true. Nate's pondering giving his mother a call. However, if his dad and Amy hooked up, it was before they got together. She might be able to give him a feeling of whether he can trust her or not. Devin believes if this pans out, it's going to have a tremendous impact on his life and this Damien guy's. He had a question to ask him. "I want you to be my best man." Nate tells Devin he didn't see this coming. "That's the second time I've been blown away today." He assumed they were still healing. Devon thinks they've come full circle now that he's his right hand at Winters. Nate's proud of them fixing their fences. Devon feels the same way. Nate tells him he'd be honored to be his best man. At society, Abby tells Sally she's saved her wedding and hugs her. Sally rejoins Audra and says she's sorry about it. Audra reports there was a chill the minute she arrived there. Sally points out she crashed their meeting and accused Abby of not wanting her with Nate. Audra believes she should leave. Sally was simply kidding and asks what has her so angry. Audra just got a text canceling the meeting she should be having. There wasn't even a reschedule request. This is the third time someone's bailed on her in the previous few days. Sally can see how that might be unpleasant. Audra asks if she's lost her touch. She worries that it's because of her affiliation if she's given up on Glissade. Audra wouldn't say that. She still has her eye on getting back what's hers. If a chance comes up, she'll strike. For now, she'll watch from a safe distance. Alone in his flat, Nate flashes to being a toddler and cuddling his dad. He sighs and paces, sitting down on the stairs. He remembers his dad telling him he's a fine young boy, and Nate expressing his dad he wishes they could all be a family again. Standing, he picks up his phone and leaves his mother a voicemail begging her to contact him back. He has inquiries about a woman from his father's past, Amy Lewis. Abby kisses Devon in crimson lights and tells him Sally started creating her dress, and she's happy with it. All that's left is the venue. They'll have to trust her dad. Lily walks in and asks, "Trust your dad? You haven't told her?" Devon sighs. He was waiting till after they uttered their vows. Abby wonders, what has my father done? No. In Victor's office, Nikki doesn't want to lose Chancellor because he's focused on Jack. Victor claims he's letting that go. Nikki's skeptical. Victor thinks he's undergone enough humiliation. Nikki wants to believe him, but she knows he doesn't give up that quickly. Victor agrees to work on getting her running Chancellor. So what do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comment below. And if you like my videos, please press like and subscribe for more. I will see you guys next time.